Okay, we have added functions, we have subtracted functions. This video is going to be about multiplying functions, which I also think you'll feel pretty comfortable with because it's going to use a lot of skills you have. So with your multiplication, usually it's going to be presented like this, where you'll have your two functions again. Delta Math tends to stick with f and g, and you're going to be asked to multiply them. That can involve distributing, that can involve foiling, it can involve what's called extended foiling or extended distribution. So looking at this example that we did a second ago, or on the previous video. So this wants us to multiply g times f. You'll notice with multiplication, the order doesn't matter. It's not like subtraction. So as long as you put your two functions side by side and multiply them, you are fine. This one you will have to FOIL. So you'll see a lot of foiling with this. So 2x times 3x is 6x squared. That's your first. Your outer is negative 14x. Your inner is 3x, and your last is minus 7. They are going to expect that you put your answers in standard form. So for that, you need to make sure you have your highest exponent first, working down all the way to your lowest exponent or no exponent at all. You can also multiply a function by itself. So f of x times f of x means you're taking 3x minus 7 times 3x minus 7. So again, foiling, 9x squared is your first. Your outer is negative 21x. Your inner is also negative 21x. And your last is 49. Combine your middle terms. Make sure your answer is in standard form to get that answer. Now on Delta Math, let me find it for you. On Delta Math, I just want to show you some variations that you'll get. A lot of the ones on Delta Math, you're going to be multiplying something that's a trinomial, meaning 3 terms, by a binomial, which is 2 terms. So I want to show one of these to you so you're comfortable with it. It doesn't want to write for me. Well, let me do this. Let's put this. Hold on one second. We're going to put that into a new window so we can work with it. So let's put it right there. And that way I can write right on it so it doesn't give me an error message again. So this is what it's going to look like. So when you're asked to do a multiplication of 3 terms times 2 terms, parentheses are going to really help. So you're going to have x squared minus 10x plus 16 times x minus 8. So you're going to do a big distributing. You're going to take x times everything that's in here, and then you're going to take negative 8 times, you might want to draw it the other way, negative 8 times everything that's in there. So you're going to have, like, it's basically a really big distributing problem. So if I take x squared times x, I get x to the third. Then I'm going to take negative 10x times x. I'm going to get negative 10x squared. Then 16 times x. Now I'm going to multiply everything by negative 8. So negative 8 times x squared is negative 8x squared. Negative 8 times negative 10x is positive 80x. And negative 8 times 16, I need to grab a calculator for that. Negative 8 times 16 is negative 128. A great way to keep and make sure that you don't miss anything, if you have something that has 3 terms times something that has 2 terms, when you multiply everything together and distribute, 3 times 2 is 6. That's how many terms you should have before you simplify. So if you're looking going, I feel like I missed something, make sure if it's 3 terms times 2 terms, you have 6 terms. But then you want to go back and look at what you can combine. So I can combine the negative 10x squared and the negative 8x squared. I can also combine the 16x and the 80x. So my final answer in standard form is going to be x cubed minus 18x squared plus 96x minus 128. So that's what you're going to expect in the Delta Math problems. It's going to ask you to multiply 2 polynomials, and they can be 2 terms or 3 terms, distribute it as much as you can, combine like terms, and make sure that when you type in your final answer, you put it in standard form. And that's how you multiply.